Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to Dinner Tools. It is Monday, April 18th, and that means it's time for Deals of the Week. Yeah, sorry, I can't shout and do all the stuff before. For those of you who don't know, I had emergency gallbladder surgery last Monday. It was a week ago, and there were 4 gallstones the size of golf balls. And essentially, they couldn't do the whole laparoscopic thing from the side. They poke and whatever. So they had to do the whole zipper down the front thing. Staples and the whole 9 yards. Just fun fact, surgeons don't take it well when you critique their stapling job. Who knew? Anyway, point is this. I'm going to be taking a little bit easy here on the recovery, but we're doing well. But we still got you the deals of the week. We got some hot stuff for you. A lot of, outdoor power equipment, some more fun stuff. A little bit of hand tools in there, the mix match, some really hot deals. So let's jump into it. Want to thank today's sponsor first off, and that is, if I can get over there we go. That is Actor. Anyway, they sent over this tire inflator. In fact, you know what? I got it right here. Let me just show you the darn thing. It's a pretty sleek piece of kit here, as the Englander types like to say. Anyway, and look at this. When I first got it, I'm like, so where's all the display stuff? Well, they hide it right in front of your face. Look at that. So it's all right there. You got the full displays and everything all built in. There's a flashlight up top. Comes in a bag with a bunch of little bits and stuff, so you can air up, basketballs. And I guess it's March Madness. Is that over? I don't know. I don't follow basketball, footballs, and whatnot. Anyway, great little device. Now let's talk about the price on it. So currently, $129. Now this is a 12-volt DC. It is cordless. All right. So it can even act as a power bank as well. It's got comes with a USB cord to plug it in and charge it. In fact, let me show you. Here's everything that's in the kit. Where'd it go? There we go. All right, there's where everything comes in the kit there for you. You get the car charger, you get the USB chargers, you get the needle adapters. It'll screw right onto your tires, stuff like that. Anyway, up to 150 PSI. It's that's more for like bike tires. All right, it's not going to take there's high performance bike tires out there that do that kind of level of stuff. So that's not something you'd normally see. Anyway, it's $129. They've added a $20 off coupon on top of that. It's as I said, I actually took this on my trip with me when I went down to Las Vegas for the National Hardware Show. Boy, have I got some stuff from there. I was hoping to get it to you last week. I was also hoping to not have surgery. Anyway, point is, we got a lot of stuff coming about the National Hardware Show. But last year when I went, I actually did get a flat tire, and I had to have something like this that got me at least to the gas station, get the tire repaired, and get back on the road. And that's what these things are great for. Even if you're not going to air up a huge, giant tire. Like, look, I run a Ram 3500 one-ton. All right, this is not going to fill up that tire all the way on one charge. But that said, it can get you to the point where you can get to the next, to gas, air, or something else, so you can get back on the road. And that's what these are about. And it's also great for around the house, little emergency kind of stuff, or even just airing up, as I said, footballs, basketballs, that sort of thing. Anyway, let's keep going. All right, next up, I want to talk about the Leatherman. I'm talking about the Skeletool here. And really, we're not talking about the Skeletool itself so much as we're talking about this little thing here. They sent this over to me. Now, this is the Galvanox multi-bit driver. So I don't know if that actually got in focus there. It doesn't like to focus except on my face. There we go. So what this is it's a little bit driver, okay? I mean, that's all it is, and that's a little blade bit. And how this works is on the, let me go back here and show you. On the Leatherman tools, like this one here, there we go, where the bit is down the end. I was trying to find my Leatherman. Oddly enough, I'm not the most organized person right now. Anyway, this slots in and extends the bit out to get it out there and make it a lot more usable and get you into areas you couldn't reach with it, and also allows you then to use standard bits. So with the Leatherman, you got to use these little flat custom kind of bits. And if you lose those, well, you're kind of screwed. And I have the Leatherman I don't carry, I have the full-size Leatherman, but it doesn't actually use bits. Oh, it's over there. Anyway, but this one works with like the skeleton ones, the Skeletal and the other styles, except those little slender, thin bits. And then allows you to use regular bits and extends the bits. And as far as the price on it, you're looking at $13.50. Now, I think they're going to give me a coupon code. So if they do, I'll put it down below. You know, put all down below the video. There's all the links and everything. So we'll put it down there. But even at $13.50, if you've got one of those tools, this is kind of a must-have kind of thing. Anyway, all right, let's keep going here. Next up, we've got the Woods Lawn and Garden. We got a 50-inch extension cord. It's a 16 by 2, so it's only a 2-prong. It's not a 3-prong. This is super light duty kind of stuff, folks. All right, but you know, for that, look at that. It's $15.53 on sale right now, down from $30 list, and there's a $5 not 5%, $5 coupon on it. So that's really good. I mean, you're looking at $10.53 for a 50-foot extension cord. Heck, you could probably salvage the copper in it for that price. All right, next up, we've got the Travel Power Strip. I had to include this because, you know, doing all the traveling and stuff we do here, you know, power strips and stuff, especially with the RV, are really useful. And this is great because you're getting a bunch of regular plugs off of one plug, plus you're getting the USB-A and 2 USB-Cs off of that. So you're getting 6 outlets, 3 USBs, a 5-foot extension, and it has the off-angle flat plug so it can go behind furniture. It doesn't block the plug down below it. It gets the cord out of the way. It's a flat style plug. Basically, this thing just hits all the little nice features that you find on more expensive stuff. Normally $16. It's on sale right now for $10. All right, more power here. The DeWalt power inverter, 1,000 watt car inverter with LCD display, dual 120 AC outlets, 3.1 amp USB ports, and battery clamps as well. So it can plug right onto your battery terminal there. Anyway, if you need to get some extra power in your vehicle, whether it be in your truck or your car or something like that, this is a great way to do it. They've been selling this for years, and it's one of the top sellers in there for inverters. Normally $93. It's 15% off, down to $79.60. All right, we also got from DeWalt. Check this out: the 20-volt max SDS rotary hammer drill, cordless, of course. Now this is the Bear tool. Bear. Anyway, $233.03, down from list price of $350. Again, you got to bring your own battery with this, but if you've been looking to add a nice little compact SDS rotary hammer to your collection, this might be the time to do it. All right, let's move along. We got the DeWalt Impact Set SAE half-inch 10-piece. Now, I realize for some people, they're like, why do I need SAE? Well, let's look at it like this. Most cars these days are metric. A lot of stuff these days are metric. But if you've got that older vehicle, you may have all your metric stuff and be like, oh, well, now I need SAE. Well, here's a way to fill in that SAE stuff at a decent price. Normally $66. It's on sale right now for $40. So something to consider. All right, check this out. Work Pro. Now, these aren't super fancy or anything, but this is a pack of 4 pin lights with batteries. All right, so it comes with 8 AAA batteries, 4 of the flashlights. It's $10, and they're going to knock another $1 off with that coupon, 10% off. For $9, that's, I don't know, I could throw one in the glove compartment. For those of you who who are not into the rechargeable thing, or like having just a couple disposable ones lying around here and there, there's your go-to right there. All right, now let's talk about some outdoor power equipment. We've got to talk about Greenworks. Greenworks has been absolutely killing it when it comes to that, Goldilocks zone. Not too cheap, not too expensive. Here you got a 40-volt, 21-inch, brushless, cordless, self-propelled lawnmower with an LED headlight. Okay, most of them have LED headlights. Anyway, aluminum handles, 5 amp hour battery with it, which works with 75 of their other tools. They got a ton of outdoor power equipment. Anyway, normally $450. This thing's on sale, just in time for spring. The grass around here, we're up north here, but the grass around here is just turning green. 350, now 359.99, I call it 360, call it what it is. Anyway, the 20% off on that, that's a solid go-to mower. I highly recommend Greenworks as that kind of Goldilocks middle ground kind of mower. We got the Greenworks 40 volt 12 inch, a little smaller on the 12 inch. Usually I want like a 14, 15 inch kind of path there, but it'll work. It's good. I like the form factor on that. Good ergonomic handle, getting the battery out back for balance. $113.99, $114 down from $138. And again, these are all using the 40 volt batteries. And here, if you want to pick up an extra 40 volt battery, oh, by the way, this one comes with a 2 amp hour battery and charger as well for $113. The 4 amp hour battery just by itself, $119. That's on sale. All right, now let's talk about some top of the line. We got the Cadillac of outdoor power equipment, Ego here, coming in with the LM2135 SP. That's 21 inch self-propelled 56 volt with 7.5 amp hour battery plus an extra 5 amp hour battery on top of it. Ego has, without a doubt, the best outdoor power equipment for homeowner grade stuff in my book. If you want like the no worries, it's just going to get it done. It's got the best batteries in the business. It has a huge line of tools you can use it with. And if you shop smart and you can be patient and you can strategically buy when they're on sale, you can get some really good stuff at a really fair price. You're looking at $600. This is normally a $1,000 package. It's $600 right now. That's a great deal. All right, moving along. Now, what do you guys think about these the lawnmower, outdoor robot lawnmower thingies? All right, this is, they came out about 5 years ago, I think it was. I think it was last time I was at National Hardware, not last time. First time I was at National Hardware Show, I saw the Works Landroid. And this is where it really got to the point of being affordable. And it has a 5 amp hour battery built in. Actually, I think it's removable. You're looking at, it'll do half an acre. Now that's half an acre of like short, like zoysia grass, okay? So it's not gonna, in most cases, you're not gonna get a full half acre out of it. But if you've got like, I mean, let's be honest, the average yard in the United States is less than a quarter acre. And even I got a buddy who's got 40 acres, but he doesn't mow 40 acres. Why would you mow 40 acres? That's just ridiculous. All right, he just mows the little lawn out in front of his house where the kids play and the dog runs around and whatnot. They don't need to mow all of that. Anyway, the point is, $900, you just sit this thing to go and you don't have to worry about losing your Saturday mornings anymore. This sucker just goes out and does the job for you, and you don't have to pay the kid $10 well, heck, it's not $10 a shot anymore, is it? Anyway, what do you think about these mowers? So this is a great sale price, by the way. Good sale price on this, 40% off, down to $900. So I was, again, going back to the National Hardware Show we were just at, and I just took a look at the Lubba, I don't know how they pronounce this thing. Anyway, this is their first version. This is the Lubba AWD 1000. All right, and it's like a lunar rover, all right? It's got the weird wheels that don't have to turn kind of thing. This thing it looks like, honestly, if AI gets a hold of it, you and your family are doomed. It's that kind of scary looking, but it's an absolute beast. I got to see the second version, and it was climbing a slope like this. I kid you not. AstroTurf, not even real grass, AstroTurf in the show. Which, I mean, granted, as long as it's not wet, I don't know which one's slicker. For me, it seems like the plastic would be slicker, but who knows? Point is, this sucker up and down all over the place. It's normally, it's $18.99. There's a $150 off coupon on this one. Again, now get this. So I talked to him at the show. Guess what's sitting in my shop? Just got here. The version 2. So we're going to be setting it up and testing that sucker. Hopefully it does not destroy humanity. Fingers crossed. All right, let's keep going. Anyway, Great Circle USA wood chipper. You know, winter's over, you're doing the spring clean kind of stuff. It's time to take all that dead wood and leaves and all that other junk, run it through that chipper, create some mulch for summer. Normally $719. It's on sale right now for $519.99, 28% off. We got the pressure washer. Now, this is an interesting pressure washer. This is from E-Tool Lab, whom I know absolutely nothing about, but they rate it at a 2.4 gallons per minute. I like that they rate the GPM first. I'm not sure I believe them, because when you're talking about a 110 outlet getting you 3,800 PSI, I start scratching my head a bit. Anyway, decent electric pressure washer is what it looks like. Nice build. You got the wand there. You got a bunch of tips that come with it. You got a soap tank for it. You're looking at $127.99, $127.99 down from $160. So you're like, dude, why are you talking to me about this generic pressure washer? Well, here's the reason, because this does something a lot of the other pressure washers don't do. And for those of us who live in rural America, this is kind of interesting to us. And that is dual water input. And what that means is, let me come down here. I know they got a little diagram. Here we go. You can take water from a faucet or out of a bucket. And a lot of you don't know this, but most pressure washers can't do that. I would say not over 90%, probably like 98% of pressure washers need to have some pressure putting the water into the port so it can get pressurized and spit out the other side. They won't siphon water up out of a bucket or out of a lake or pond or something like that. So if you don't have water where you want to wash, if you can't get a hose there, but you can get power there, this will do the job, all right? So you can sit there and bring out a 5-gallon bucket or a 50-gallon drum or your pond or your river or whatever, and you can wash stuff down with it. That to me is a real value. In fact, every pressure washer I look at, and in fact I talked to a whole bunch of people, and I didn't have one single person at the show say, "Oh yeah, it's dual water source. It can pull water. It doesn't need to be pressurized." And pressurized. Anyway, pain meds are getting to me. Anyway, point is, that's why I'm including this, because I think at that price point, that is an honest value. What was it? 127, 130, something like that. There we go. 127 on it. 128. Anyway, if that's something that's important, let me know down below. Is that something that concerns you, or is that just me? All right, next up, we've got, oh my gosh, I got to hold my guts in. That's one thing. Oh my gosh, sneezing is terrifying. Coughing's bad. Sneezing's terrifying. Laughing just hurts a little bit. Anyway, mini excavators. It's popped up in my Amazon. I'm looking for all this stuff, looking for the deals, and it's like, mini excavators. It's not on sale. But when did Amazon start selling mini excavators? I mean, dude, you look at $9,000. I got $9,000, so I could maybe convince the wife. I can't do any heavy lifting. Yeah, we can talk her into it, right? Anyway, all right, let's get back to the serious stuff. All right, Husqvarna. All right, I got to laugh about this. First of all, limited time deal, kick-ass leaf blower, backpack style. This thing rocks. I have one. A lot of you have seen it in like the background of my shop from when I'm back at the other shop. Anyway, it's on sale right now, down from $350 down to $260. And anyway, it's a fantastic leaf blower. Can't recommend it enough. Great sale price on that. The reason I laugh is that how I got it was somebody actually sent me 2 leaf blowers. They sent me their brand and the Husqvarna, and they wanted me to compare the two. And the Husqvarna started on the first poll. Their brand never started. Let's see here. How can I say that rhymes with, not rhymes with, but it's like, think, if you've been seeing this stuff on Amazon, it's the opposite of a tame weasel. Is that enough of a hint as who the other brand is? Anyway, let's keep going. And I'm not saying that. I don't want to like oust the other brand and be like, all your stuff sucks. Sometimes you get stuff that's bad. They've sent me other stuff that was just fine, worked okay, but that one dead in the water is just funny. Anyway, garage tool organization. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be doing videos while I'm pain meds. Anyway, point is, time to get organized in the garage. Get stuff up off the floors. Don't have to just lean against the wall. Make it nice, clean, and neat. We got the garage garden tool storage rack organizer wall mount. That's a nice, there's got to be an acronym in there for that one. Anyway, coming down from $103. Whoever paid $103? Anyway, $56 seems a pretty good deal on that one. Next up, we've got the Works. Okay, I got to tell you, I'll be honest. This is the thing about Works. A lot of the stuff they do comes across as being like stupidly gimmicky. They were like the first one with the blower that would also then suck and mulch. And then they had the first one with the weed eater that had the wheels on the side so you could turn it and edge it. And then they came out with this thing. And you know what? A lot of that stuff is pretty cool. Now, the one where they have the drill, where it's got the double bit, you just flip it so you could drill and then drive. Not something I really need. But a lot of the other stuff, like the blower mulcher, it works. The putting the wheels on the side of the trimmer, that actually works. And you know what? A buddy of mine, we were helping him do his front yard, and this is the lawn, and he pulls the thing out, and I just kind of shook my head. And then we used it for an afternoon, and we had to move a bunch of rocks and boulders because the ground around here is not really nice. Anyway, oh my gosh, this thing's awesome. I absolutely love it. And I totally get it now. It's great when you go to sit down, the legs come in. It's an awesome piece of equipment for $172.49. You're getting yourself a dolly and a wheelbarrow, and it does some other stuff as well. It's a great price. Now, it's a limited time deal, only 3% claimed so far. So anyway, you're gonna want to jump on this one here. Anyway, it's down from $229 to $230. All right, and let's get some storage. It's winter's over. Let's get organized as we go into spring here. Time to get some good storage. 48 inches wide, 48 by 72 by 24. So you can get your basic black and yellow bin in there at 24. It's not going to be a super deep one. Anyways, it's $139. Normally, let's talk about normally $190. It's down to $140, and there's a $10 off coupon on it, taking it down to $130. All right, next up, we've got the Buck Tool sander here. Buck Tool's just bringing back like good quality bench sanders, and I love them for it. They're making a lot of great stuff. They've sent me some stuff in the past. I haven't talked to them recently. I need to give them a call, see what's going on. But here's what's going on here. $180 on this, $179.98, $20 off coupon. Really not a lot going on. I looked at all the bench power equipment. I looked at drills, grinders, everything else. Not a lot of sales going on right now. But Buck Tool's still knocking it out of the park with this one. This is a great one to have. All right, let's keep going here. We got, check this out, 3/8 electric ratchet with the extended head. This is not something you usually see in the generics. They usually just do the regular short stubby one. You're getting the 2 batteries with it, some throwaway sockets, a cheap plastic case. But you know what? For $70, not a bad deal. But check this out, $15 off coupon. That's taking this thing down to, was it $70 to $60 to $55? $55 for a 3/8. Yeah, it's generic. It's not going to keep up with the Milwaukees, and you can cry about all this other stuff, but not everybody needs it. This is for the DIYer who's been seeing all the cool kids using the 12-volt ratchets and like, I want to get me a 12-volt ratchet, but I don't want to pay $150 for one. And I kind of like that extended head one, but again, I don't want to pay that much. Well, here you go, give it a try. I think for most stuff, you're working on your Honda or your Chevy or what, I think you'll be fine with this. For $55, I think it's worth rolling the dice. All right, let's talk about this. We got the HHIP heavy duty arbor press half ton. I don't know how you say heavy duty and half ton in the same line, but apparently they managed to pull it off. Anyway, it's a lightweight arbor press, but it's a nice basic arbor press that you can get shipped straight to you. It's normally $71. All right. It's on sale down to $60, $59.30. And then there's a $20 off coupon. So that's going to be $6. That's going to be like $12 off of that. So $60, $50, $48-ish on that one. Again, you're going to want to jump on this limited time deal. Not a bad one on that one. Okay. Check this out. Excelta. So these guys, honestly, I didn't know about them until last year. I ran across them. A bunch of you guys like, dude, you got to check these guys out. They've got some made in the USA stuff. This is not the made in the USA one, but it is up there with the quality of Knipex and the other top line plier companies out there. The Excelta stainless steel pliers, gentle spring mechanism, anti-static and cushion grip, precision tool, 5.5 length, coming in at $30, 6% off. And getting anything on sale with these guys is, I keep checking every so often. They don't do a lot of sales, but anything you can get on sale with them, from everyone I've heard recommendation-wise, that you definitely want to consider checking these out. Maybe trying one, seeing if this is a brand for you. All right, next up, we've got SK. All right, I got big news on SK. We're going to be doing a video hopefully this week. We'll see if the meds hold through. Anyway, honestly, I don't feel like I'm in that much pain, but they got me taking this stuff, and I do feel a little wonky. So, but talk to the SK reps at the show, and I've been really iffy about the whole thing with going out with SK. They were really open about it. Didn't talk on camera, but they were really open with me, and I want to have a conversation with you. And I'm a self-admitted SK fanboy. So anyone who's like, oh, you're just soft on SK, or like, brother, you go back and watch my videos. I have called them out for a bunch of stuff, and the whole purchase and moving to China and everything. We need to have another conversation because maybe there's something there. Anyway, SK 3-piece plier set in the foam, coming in at $80 with a 10% off coupon, so $8 off of that. You're looking at $72. I gotta tell you, I gotta see a lot of the foam sets. They're nice looking. They're nice looking sets. All right, and we got Hadler USA. Okay, so I'm confused about the Hadler USA thing because my understanding is Hadler is German. I thought this was a German company. It doesn't say like made in USA or anything on it, but I can tell you they make good stuff. All right, there's no doubt about it. Hadler makes fantastic stuff. This is their Simplex mallet in the Simplex 50, coming in normally $57.32, coming in at $41.90 on that limited time deal. Then we got the Simplex 40 here, and you can get all these different faces for the hammers. You can get different faces, different housings. There's all the different types of faces: TPE soft, rubber composition, TPE mid, super plastic, plastic, nylon, soft metal, and copper. Great hammers there again, and different sizes on them. So you're looking at coming down $37.75 down to $31.60 on that. We got the FedMax Workbench. Boy, this just makes me feel like the FedMax, like I'm gonna get served papers and they're gonna raid my house. Anyway, lightning deal on this one, 0% claimed, ends in 3 hours and 11 minutes, but it's $115 and $116, call it what it is there. But nice little adjustable bench. So hopefully I can get this thing out to you in time and you can jump on top of this deal. All right, we got to talk about these. This is the Casa Smart Plugs. Now, Casa Smart, I've talked about these before. They got a bunch of sales. I use these myself. This is, let me see if I can turn it around so you can actually read it. Maybe not. Anyway, there's no Casa logo on it. It's TP Link. I think TP Link owns Casa. Anyway, I use these plugs myself. They're fantastic and they're great in the shop. And a lot of people are like, well, because I have She Who Shall Not Be Named over there listening in on me. And people are like, I'm never going to have one of those because I don't want the government listening in on me. Brother, I get it. All right. I totally get it. But you have a cell phone. You do understand that it has not only a microphone, but a camera, right? So unless you're like turning it off and that they can listen to it even when it's turned off, right? Okay. So unless you're like wrapping it in tinfoil when you're not using it, and you're using a computer right now or a cell phone to watch this, or TV, I don't get the whole like, I'm not going to have that because I don't want them listening in, but I got all these other devices that listen to me. Get one of these because here's the number one reason. Imagine this. You're in your shop, the machine you're working on. Of course, you would never do anything stupid, but the machine has a critical failure and takes half your hand off or something. God forbid, all right? What if a kickback?
knocks you out, knocks you down, you need help, you can sit there and tell it to call for help. I use it to ask for like metric to, standard conversions all the time. I use it for all stuff. I listen to my books on, I still call them books on tape. My audible.com. I still listen to those things. I've got tons and tons of books and podcasts that I listen to. I don't listen to music much anymore. And I can turn my lights on. I can turn on all sorts of stuff with this. I can control all sorts of stuff. When I walk out, I just tell, hey, you turn everything off, and everything just turns off. It's convenient, and it's ridiculously cheap. You get two of them for $15. Anyway, I'll rant on something else later. That's today's rant for the day. Put it down. All right. I'm pretty sure I ranted about something else earlier. Anyway, X-Tool AD20. Not sponsored. They've been the sponsor of the channel before. We've talked about them. Great friends at X-Tool. They make fantastic stuff. This is the basic X-Tool Advancer. It's not going to give you all the high-end stuff, but it's $20. $20. It connects to an app on your phone, lets you know the basic stuff that's going on, clear your basic faults. What's the number one fault you're going to see? What's the number one fault you're going to see there on your dash when you get that little code? Come on. Anybody? Raise your hands. Doug? That's right. Gas cap. You put the gas cap on wrong, not quite seal it just right, and it'll throw a code, and you're like, what? You're driving down the highway, and all of a sudden you got to check engine light. You pull out your phone. Freaking gas cap. Go back there. You're back going. You don't have to be sweating bullets that you're going to make it to wherever you're headed to. Anyway, $20. It's a no-brainer to have. It's safe to leave these things plugged in all the time these days. It's just a good, solid piece of equipment, and not bad as a basic starter to ODB2 tech and learning how to use a reader and whatnot. Now, if you want something more advanced, I can use this thing. Don't worry about me. We'll get around to this here. If you want something more advanced, we got the X-Tool D7 bidirectional scan tool. This is a good, solid scan tool here. 36 plus resets, crankshaft relearn, Android base system running on Android 10, 3 years worth of updates. And on top of it, it's bidirectional. And again, bidirectional means you're not just listening to the car, you're talking to the car, you're telling it to run tests and listening to what it says back. And now you're looking at $325. That's a solid deal on this. This is a great scan tool here. I think I've got the D7. I think I have the D7S. I need to do a video on that. I got so many things I need to do a video on. We're so behind at this point. Anyway, if for those of you who want, this is where you're getting into true diagnostics, is when you have bidirectional. All right, next up we've got the pocket knife of the day. We're talking about the Kershaw Misdirect pocket knife, 2.9 inch with the 4CR13 black oxide, black finish blade on it, stainless steel stone wash finished handle, assisted opening flipper and frame lock here. Normally $42, 38% off, coming down to $25.94. A little bit. I know a lot of you whined and complained when I showed some of those made in the USA Kershaws that were over $100 or $200. All right, here's your made overseas Kershaws for $25. They're good blades. Don't get me wrong, they're good blades. But some people want that made in the USA stuff. All right. Now let's talk about Hart power tools. Now people always a lot of times, and especially recently when I'm talking about some videos, they're like, why buy into Hart when I can buy into Ryobi, whatever they call it, that green one over there? Why would I buy into Hart when I can get that for close to the same price with a bigger selection of tools? And I get it. And in a lot of cases, and here's the deal. Like for us, the explanation I've said is I use my Hart tools. I keep them at my RV. Why? Because no matter where I go, there's a Walmart. Now, happy quinceanera to Harbor Freight. They just broke 1,500 stores. Lowe's has like 1,800. Home Depot has like 2,500 stores. All right. Walmart's like double that. Okay, wherever you go, there's a Walmart, which means if you need to get batteries, accessories, more tools, something else, there's a Walmart. All right. Some people, there's not a Home Depot or something near. That's why you shop. That's why you look at Hart. The other reason is because when they have a sale, they don't friggin' mess around. Check it. 4-tool combo kit. You get the impact, 3-tool and a flashlight. impact, drill, recip saw, flashlight, charger, 2 batteries, bit kit, and bag for $130. $130. And you know what? Yeah, I love the way they do these sales. Check this out. For $15 less, you can get an extra tool. This, I kid you not, it's the same, almost the same. We got the recip, we got the drill, we got the impact, and an inflator with the light, a slightly different bit kit, I think. I don't know, it might be the same one. Anyway, for $115.42. That's a legit 3-tool with a flashlight. Or 4-tool. It's 1, 2, 3. What do you? Yeah, you got the drill, the impact, the recip, and the pressure tire filler. Anyway, that's ridiculous, and it comes with 2 1.5 amp hour batteries on top of it for $115. So either if you're like on a real budget and you want to pick up something, you want to get into a line, or if you're like, hey, I need a secondary line for just like sketchy stuff, travel, brother-in-law kind of stuff, maybe keep over at the mother-in-law's house, that kind of stuff. There's reasons why folks need to have more than one power tool line. And this is a great one. Let the kids, wife and kids use this one. You can use your Milwaukee's and whatnot yourself, and this can be the loaner ones or the throw in the back of the truck ones. Anyway, and then also we got the Hart vacuum here, 6 peak horsepower poly wet dry vac here, 16 gallon with the nice push handle on it for $50. And I guess I should have put this next one before that because we got the 20 volt battery as well. 4 amp hour 20 volts. So to go with the wet dry vac, not cordless. But this is, if you get the other tools and you want to add a real battery on it, here you go, 4 amp hour battery with chargers. So now you got 2 chargers for $54.19. All right, let's move along. We got some power station fun. Anker Solex C1000. This is a great little portable. It's not super small, but it's also not super big and heavy either. You're looking at 1,000 here, 1,800 watt peak, 1,800 watt output, peak 2,400 watt. Full charge in 58 minutes, 1,056 watt hour capacity. Running the LifePo 4 batteries. Remember, LifePo 4 is the standard these days for these. Higher heat temp, lower cold temps, and 10, 20 or more recharge cycles. Not times, like not just 10 or 20 more. Like regular lithium ion will get you like 1 to 200. This will be like, this thing will last you 10 years, easy. All right, you can recharge it every day. I run them all around the shop. Also, I use these as UPSs. That way, I'm getting use out of them when I'm not getting use out of them. My whole desk runs off of one of these. All my electronics at the house, my TV and everything, they all run off of one of these. So when the power runs out, they act as like a surge protector. They manage the power incoming, outgoing. If power cuts out, I keep going. I don't have to worry about that sort of thing. Anyway, for $629, limited time deal, down from $1,000. That's a good option right there. All right, next up, we got Walker Razor Quad ear protection. Whether you're in the shop or on the range, ear protection is important. Trust me. Don't be like me. Wonder what? Huh? What'd you say? Anyway, this is the brand I use in my range bag. And I've been shooting for years. A lot of you don't know. I'm a former active, well, I guess I'm still technically a registered firearms instructor, but I used to teach CCW classes. I used to teach scouts, used to teach a lot of stuff, but CCW was my main go-to and class that we taught. And I tried all of them and I settled on Walker. Walker they're slim, they don't get in the way, they have great amplification and great cutoff. They're just good, solid, all around ear protection. I can't say enough about them. And these are great ones. 360-degree sound capture, 4 mics, normally $130 on sale right now, 69% off, down to $40. Also, muscle milk. All right, so laugh if you want. All right, try to get more protein in your diet. have some, sometimes you're just adding protein, sometimes you're looking at a meal replacement. Been watching, and we've drank muscle milk around the house before, and we do every so often, whenever it's on sale. It's great stuff. But it's just funny because the wife and I have been watching this whole series on YouTube on men's health, where they go up to famous like bodybuilders and actors and stuff like that, and sports stars, and they're like, "Hey, we want to see your fridge and your gym." I think it's called like Fridge and Gym or something like that. And they talked to Alan Richson, who is the star of the Reacher miniseries it's on Prime. I don't know. Anyway, I know I say I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't consider miniseries like that TV so much as like, it's more like a movie than like a standard TV show, because it doesn't feel like they have to complete a full arc in every episode. So that aside, we love listening to him. He's a man of faith. And just seems like a great guy. So we listen to a lot of stuff he has, and we watched his interview, and he goes in there and that's his go-to. So, and my wife's like, see, I told you those are the best ones to get. Anyway, the sugar, I was just reading the package there. I saw sugar on there. Anyway, the point is, the vanilla on this one is kind of expensive. It's on sale though. Let me come back here. There we go. Vanilla's $30.59, but we got some other flavors. So if we go to I think the cookies and cream are like nearly the same price, $29. The chocolate is going to get you down to $28.99, and then the strawberry is going to drop it down to $27. But now you're in the different kind of packs here. So anyway, I can't say enough about these. If Alan Richson, aka Reacher, likes them, I think there must be something there. That dude is jacked. I'm not saying he's not juiced as well, because in most of Hollywood and those kind of things they probably are. But you gotta get that protein in there somewhere. It doesn't come for free. All right, next up, the Bissell Lightweight Spin Wave Expert Hard Floor Spin Mop. I just happened across this. I was at the National Hardware Show, and somebody was selling one, or they're showing off one exactly like this. Maybe that's who Bissell gets it from. This thing's actually pretty incredible. For what it is, for an $80, normally $100, it's on sale down to $80. It's a pretty cool little mop. It's just like a mini. You see the people doing with in the commercial settings, they got the big one, they're going around and they're trying to control it. It's basically, since you have two of them, it doesn't have that same kind of spin that's trying to throw you off. You have to fight it back. And it has the same kind of action, but you get, that not quite orbital, but counter orbital, I guess. Anyway, $80. I recommend it. It looks good. Got to play with it at the show. It's cool piece of tech. Next up, the fan. If you guys saw my Home Depot weird stuff that they sell, and they had a statue of a vintage fan, and it was more expensive than this. So if you've been looking since that video for that vintage fan look, I got you covered here. Look at this. Nice, standard base. Look at that. That's a good looking fan. All right. It'll move some air. It'll even oscillate. Look at there. There you go. $15.99. Summer's around the corner. Time to get your fan on. All right. And then thanks again to our sponsors today, the Acpator and of course the Galvanics there. Both, again, I highly recommend them. I think having like an air inflator in your car, especially when you do any kind of long trips the way I do, I think it's definitely a must-have. And if you're in the Leatherman's set, this is a great little add-on here for not much money. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Links, as always, are down below. While you're down there, don't forget to chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.